of stick in here.
Yeah, but they're 2 units over, but we're good.
One of my neighbors said there's smoke coming out of one of the houses, so I threw the dogs in the house and I ran down, and it was exploding. There was explosions all over the place, and the flames started, and the fire shot out across the sidewalk on the backside, and things started blowing up all over the place.
There was sounds like ammunition or fireworks for a little while.
For 25 minutes things were exploding.
Yeah.
And we have no idea what it was. Somebody said it was electrical, but the cop I was talking to said, I don't know, that was an awful long time of things exploding, so we had no idea. And then we saw somebody in the unit next door. I saw someone closing windows, and a whole group of us ran over and started screaming at them, and they didn't hear us, so I called 911, and I told them to go next door and get the people out of the house because they were in their house, and the roof was on fire.
Yeah.
They didn't even know it because they couldn't see it, but the roof was on fire. And then so the 911 said they've got someone on their way, and I said, okay. And then things just started shooting out of the windows. Something exploded. And it shot out of the window and went to the building across from it, right into the upstairs. And then a fire started up there. Smoke started pouring out of there. It smashed all the windows, and then they finally got here. The firemen got here, but it was so hard to get the hoses in. Cars were parked in the parking spots, so they couldn't get the trucks in.
Yeah.
So they had one hose in the beginning, and then they get it out, and then bang, it would start up again. We started like 3 times.
And it seems like every time they hit the thing with fire, or with the fire hoses, it would just go bigger.
Yeah,
and then the roof went.
It was crazy.
When the roof exploded, then they seemed to be able to get it more under control.
And it went through every roof. It moved from one roof inside to the next, and then the next one would start up in flames. It just moved through the whole building so fast. So fast.
How long do you think it took from the time you first noticed it to where it was just ridiculous?
10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
And I think the first fire
It started at 2:15. I called 911 at 2:20. By 2:25, the flames were 60 feet high.
What we have is, at about 2:10 this afternoon, we got a report of an apartment fire at 2855 Rock Creek Circle in Superior. When we had firefighters arrive, we've got preliminary information right now that 2 of the units were involved. We've had 2 kids that were transported to the hospital. Originally, the call came in, it was a 13-year-old girl that was babysitting her 2-year-old sister. She was in one of the apartments where the fire was involved in. She called it in, reported the fire. She was able to get out of the apartment with her sister with minor injuries. She was able to, like I said, get her sister out. Once the sister got out, they did transport her to a local hospital.